Hi everyone, it's Miss Akvari in the library. I wanted to tell you a little bit about the book Nikki on the Line by the author Barbara Carol Roberts. This is a book that's in our sports and adventure section, and if you see the cover art, you can probably guess why, because one of the main themes in this book is the sport of basketball. Nikki is the main character, and I like the title Nikki on the Line because it sort of has a double meaning. So, you probably know that in basketball, you are on the line sometimes. You're at the free throw line trying to score. And so, there's that play on words, but Nikki has a lot more on the line than just some points during a basketball game. She has a lot going on. So Nikki really is passionate about basketball. She cares about it a lot, but she's not very tall. She has to work really hard to keep up with everyone else. And she has worked hard enough that she gets to be on an elite level club team. And so she's super excited about it. The first problem with that is that their family doesn't have a lot of money. Her mom is a single mom. It's hard to um, get everything balanced when there's just one parent in the household. Sometimes that creates some strain financially. And so the only way that Nikki can afford to be on this elite travel team, club team, is if she promises to take care of her younger brother all the time and save that daycare money for her mom. So she has a lot of responsibilities. And when she starts practicing with this new team, she realizes that the point guard position that she's always played and that she knows best and that she feels like she's really good at is no longer an option for her. That job has already been won by somebody else. And so she's kind of scrambling to find her place on this team and kind of working hard enough to keep up with everything that's going on. So that's really frustrating. The other thing that's happening for Nikki is her best friend, who also plays basketball, is kind of getting caught up with some of the other girls on the team and has less time for her. So that's hard. And as always, anytime we have a student who's kind of struggling in parts of their life in the book, a lot of times they start struggling in school, and that's happening with Nikki too. She's not really struggling with schoolwork. She's doing okay with that, but she has an assignment that she really does not want to do. Her science teacher wants everybody to complete a family tree, and Nikki does not have a traditional family. There are some things that are a little bit different about her family and the family structure and where Nikki comes from, and she doesn't really want to put that on display for everybody else. And that's something that I think a lot of us might take for granted. If we come from what we would call a traditional family, we don't always think about what it's like for people who maybe don't have two parents living at home, or even parents maybe who are divorced but have still a mom and a dad in the picture. Not everybody has that, and it can really kind of make us feel out of the normal or make us feel kind of embarrassed if our family doesn't fit that structure. And we don't need to feel that way. There's all kinds of different family structures that there can be, but definitely that's what Nikki is feeling right now. So, if you like stories where characters are struggling with sort of those real life events, and in this case, Nikki is dealing with taking care of her younger brother so much. She's dealing with trying to stay friends with her best friend. She's trying to find her place on this really good basketball team, this sport that's so important to her. And she's trying to deal with a family structure that's maybe different from other people around her. If you like those kinds of stories, if you like the sport of basketball, if you've ever felt like you don't exactly fit in with what everybody else has, the story Nikki on the Line by Barbara Carol Roberts might be a good book for you to read.